Part 2 of the walk 7-Eleven. I'm on the other side of 7-Eleven. They raised the price of gas. Last week it was $3.29. Now it's $3.49. They went up 20 cents. The gas is supposed to go down, not up, because of this stupid tariff stuff. I'm gonna go walk across. Well, they're doing something here at Murray Motors, or I guess they're just cleaning it out or something, or somebody bought the place. I don't know. The Murray Motors had just went out of business last week or so, beginning of the month. Somewhere at the end of last month, the beginning of this month. Yeah, just the uniqueness of this area. You can see there's a wall on the other side. They had to expand this. This used to be just two lanes. Want to go up one side. They expanded it, and that wall was in the area still at that time. So, not sure why they built that wall. And doesn't even. There's not much history on it. So yeah, you can. Okay, you can see the parking lot is empty here. Oh, over here, this is the doctor's office, an eye doctor and pain management place. It still has some business open there. Cataract Center. Yeah, the Susquehanna Eye owns this building. Used to be Kucha, but he sold it before he passed on. Got a bird flying over. Probably understand why I move stuff, because right now there's somebody out there where I want to walk. I don't want to put them on video. That's not 9:09. That's a different time at this time. It is 10 something right now. Yeah, it's 10:19, so it's an hour and 10 minutes off. This sign out here. Here they used to have sidewalk going through right there, but now it's M&R contract, and they put a new. Used to be able to go up over there in this direction, but they put a fence there. So they just go out and the street right next to it. I don't see a name down at this part of the street. I'm not sure what the name of it is at this moment. Okay. Yeah, it's the one that goes up to the hospice. Now they'll say, I'm not gonna call it a hospital anymore. Anybody goes there gets shipped all over the place. I'm going head down Frederick Street, but this street off to the left here at the triangle. I'm not even in Flemington yet. I'm just going to Lock Haven, and I'm thinking about turning around. I was going to go take you to Flemington, completely through Flemington and all that, but right down here should be a sign saying Lock Haven. I should say in Flemington, but I can tell from one area where it's Flemington at is. Yeah, I see right where Flemington's at. Right on the other side of Williamson Heights here. That would be the end of Lock Cave in this direction. At the end of that fence straight up there. I don't know. I can't tell. Yeah, I don't know if you've been seeing that good or not, but I wasn't. Yeah. The reason why I'm going to be turning back, is because of my feet are telling me can't go any further. So if I go further, I only have about a quarter mile to go. They have sheds at the end now. They took the playground out. Used to have a playground right there. I don't know when they took the playground out. Williamson Heights used to have playground. And history of being made everywhere. Right at the end here, there's still one more playground that I know of still in this area for the kids to play in. But that's over behind the community center. And I don't think they moved the playground equipment over there. Yeah. And maybe another reason, because you have a playground, you have to have insurance and all that. So it's not good. They don't want to pay too much insurance anymore. Alright, right here would be the end. Right there would be the end of Flemington, or the beginning of Flemington. It would probably cut across this direction. I cut across this road in this angle. And then it would be cut right through the middle of this road here, which is a cut across that goes into UPM City Outpatient Center, which used to be up the fire hall. Not fire hall, but what did I say, fire hall? I made a mistake. I thought this one was up at the bowling alley. But that was your shore upper one time, and the bowling alley is not there. You had the Bright Laundry Center, which is on this side. 50% off dryers Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. And over there you have Hub. Stuff you used to be able to get at the hospital. That's where you get some of the stuff at. I go across Belmont Avenue again. And home of the Red Eyes, 1864. And right here would be High Street. Step back one, Belmont Avenue. I'm on Belmont, right there would be Belmont Avenue. This would be High Street. And right there, the end of that building right there, probably part of Flemington. I'm going back on Belmont Avenue, get off of High Street. This Geisinger Medical Center is out of business, so if you're looking for an office, this would be a good place to go. Alright, I'm going to go back this way. Cut across. That used to go through this Geisinger Medical Center. They had parking spaces there. Some of them, not all of them, well, no. At the end there, some would have been in Flemington. Well, they have piles of dirt there. They seem like they're doing something in this area. Putting a drainage or something in right there. Remember, you also have lights out here. So, that place right there I showed you before would have been in the light shows in the Christmas time, the one at the end over there. I'm gonna take a break here at this light. Okay. The main reason why I stopped, I wanted to show you a different area of the way where the Taco Bell is, a different angle of it. You can see it right over there. And also the Bird King, you can't really see from this area. That used to be, that gray building down there used to be a veterinarian. And that over there was Lock Haven Transmission at one time. I'm not sure if that's still a transmission place or not, but alright. But back here, just get back here to West 3rd Street, which ends right up there. Right there at the stop sign. On Allison Street. Martin Motor Company. Okay. This is an oddball street completely. Which is this West 3rd Street. There is a 3rd Street in Lock Haven, but they do not touch. That's not the only street that does that in Lock Haven. That's a future one. But I guess they like the town tavern so much they have it on the side of their building. which is not there anymore. So that's their new town tavern. It probably have a that's a swimming pool next to it, so it probably has a bar there and every other stuff. Now you find some oddball things when you're walking around, and strange things that you don't know that was there. Oh, look at this nice tree. And this is spring, not fall. That's what I think it's called, a red maple. Because they look like maple trees, so the kind of the ones that would be in Canada, up in the northern part of Canada. Which I'm not saying anything about that. Looks like the lavender tree over here. Purple. I'm cutting up to go to West 3rd Street. I just got off of West 3rd Street, but it cuts up. It cuts up to West 3rd. It cuts up to West 3rd. It cuts at an angle. That says Irwin Street right here at the hospital. The hospital's on Irwin Street. Yep. The former crocodile hunter Irwin. Alright. Now this street right here has a slight hump right here compared to 4th Street, which that might be future walk or drive. I think I showed you that because of one of the steepest hills in Lock Haven, but this one's not that steep. It's just awkward to climb. The next street up would be Barton Street. Not much businesses in this area. It's usually housing. Another red maple. I think red maple. But oh, right, yeah, maybe. But no, it could be a different type of tree. I have to look that up. Wish they had a tag on the bottom. It's the same tree that's up over at the other end, but smaller. A couple of them in here. There's 3 of them right in the same spot. I call them red maple, but it could be red ash, or because first I thought they looked like a maple leaf, but too small. Kind of more like look like a poplar tree. But I might have made a mistake with the tree name. So if somebody knows the tree name, after I put it up there, let me know. This one is, I can tell you what this one is. This is a walnut. Used to live right beside one of them. I don't think the tree's there anymore though. We got some pine trees here. Red pine. The longer ones are pines. The shorter needles are spruce. So most of the people use spruce trees in Christmas time. White spruce in Norway and okay, we have, this is mixed in with, well, they've loaded up all the lots except for one. This would be part of Camelot. But it has another name. It's called Piper's Point. Right there, Piper's Point. But named after the Piper manufacturers around here. Piper Airport, more like. We have more trailers off to the side. Which, this must be another edition of Camelot. But different people own it now. The ones that own Camelot own this property. That's what I was told anyhow. Oh, we have a cat tower there. Over here's Barton Street School. And now it comes to this area. All right. You ever heard of a town overtaking a town, a village, a suburb? Well, that's what happened here. Back in the early days of Lock Haven, Bartonsville, where I'm located, was here at Barton Street. Sometime in the time when the city became a borough, it overtook Bartonsville. See, the Barton Street School, 1874, Clinton County Historic Society. This is the middle of nowhere on Center Street, West 3rd Street, and Barton Street, which is the one I just walked over right there. See, it says Barton Street. So they don't tell you there's no telling when the Bartonsville was taken over. It's a lot of history doesn't get told about some things. I used to stop by, walking by, used to sit on these steps for a few minutes, which is falling apart. Sounds like there's a dog inside of that one now. Them steps are just as old as the ones, probably just as old as the ones coming down from Bartonsville School back there. Here's the why. Do you see the end of this road? Yep, you do. I was just on this street a little bit. Just a little bit earlier, not too much, just 1 or 2 steps, just across it. I did a big circle here. Looks like that building doesn't look like anybody living in it. It's been there for years. Porch needs, it looks like the porch needs replaced. Back door was taken off of that building. But there. Added on right there. It probably used to be a garage on this building. It probably used to be the garage to this place. That's what it looks like. It don't mean it was. But you never know. If history tells you right, you never know. History tells you wrong, you still never know. Business right there along North Fairview Street. Don't know what that business was, but it's where that bus is. But I'm heading down. I'm just going to head right down the middle of the street. Off to the left there. This person's going to pull out probably. A nice two-story house. Almost looked like that one I showed you earlier, but probably brick underneath. Oh, right there's where my great uncle used to live. Right there on West 3rd Street. That's where he used to live. I remember because of that one-story building there. That's how I recalled what street. Right now, what building. That's why when I over there, I couldn't recognize the building. It was that one right there. I bet this one right here, that building right here is taking a big pee. Well, enough said on that. Look like that could be an old school building, that one right there at one time, but you never know. They don't have the history. I don't have the history of these buildings. You'd have to look all the addresses. Oh, Weeping Willow. It looks like it's passing on at its age. Some dead branches in it and stuff, which should be trimmed. Over here we have what I think is the true red maple. Has this woodpecker in the tree at the bottom. Yeah, this is the true red maple. Yeah, the true red maple. That's what I was confusing that tree up there with. The one up top of the hill. This one is a red maple. You can tell from the leaves. And it always blooms red. There's several trees that does that in the fall, in the spring. And that's one of them. I think the other one was a red beech tree back there. Maybe not. Just like this one, I think that's a red, I can't think of the name of it. Aborigine or something like that, or Aborigine or something like that. Or maybe it wasn't. I don't know. I'm not that. I used to be fluent in trees, and I haven't been looking at the branches and stuff. Now this one up here is a birch tree. That's a birch tree. You can see the flaking bark. This is the one I would be probably tapping into, getting some of that syrup and making some of that sap and make some birch stuff out of. But it would take days or months to get as much as you get for a birch soda, birch beer. Yep, there's that brick house again. That's like that place back there. I think it's built by the same people. But it has stuff over top. All right, we have a house over here, which could be like the what house? I can't see what that house is called. I had to pause there for a second as somebody going by, and I had to adjust the bag I had. That could be almost look like the Amityville house. That's what I was thinking. But nah, it's not the shape on the top, but the windows is the only thing that would look like it if it had the little circles on top there. And this one might look like a business at one time. Looked like they used to, or maybe had a porch on the end. See, that you probably look like it had a porch, or maybe a business. Huh? Up here's a nice house, nice tree, nice pink-looking tree. That's their flowers. Huh. I remember climbing trees like this when I was a kid. Get clear halfway up to the top and get kind of stuck up there because of it pinches your shoes and stuff together. I'm not sure what tree that is, but it's a nice tree. Alright, over there is a tree, nice looking tree along this nice looking house, which looks like it's missing. The house looks like it's missing something in the middle. Looks like it's missing a window or a doorway or a balcony. I was thinking it might be missing a balcony. But hey, never know what you see. And some of these houses might have windows along the side which boarded over and tiled over. We got some lilacs over here. Does smell like lilac. Alright, right down here at the bottom here is the odd part of this road. Couple odd parts of the road. There's a sidewalk, it's a shale sidewalk. That's unusual nowadays. And then it turns into cement. Then here is where the odd part of it is. West 3rd Street ends here, but if you kept walking, if you could, you would end up at 3rd Street in Lock Haven. So it gets stopped right here at the end. Then you have this sidewalk, which is really odd. Which you come down this way and it runs out and it goes sideways like this. But the odd part is over here at this end of the street. Oh, they redone that street on that side. I used to stop into that house before, years ago. Here's the odd part, is this wall. That wall is the odd part of this street. In fact, I think the ones who built this wall is the ones that put the wall in there at Hanson Field, because it kind of, I do remember sitting on the wall at Hanson Field, and it kind of looked like this wall. Might have been that former one who was in the log company built this wall here on Summer Street. Might have been. It kind of looks like it. Years ago, my dad used to play softball there, and almost every single week we used to go there at Hanson Field, which is at the Geisinger on Spring Street and 4th Street area. And we used to play softball, practice softball, and also sitting along the wall there during gym class and practice, and also watching my sister in track throwing shot put. So I'm back over here on Center Street again. So I did a complete circle with these two videos. I'm just going down here to Center Street, and no, not Center, but North Fairview Street. So I just wanted to take you around this section of the street. There might be other businesses that was on this that I was told, but hey, I just showing you what it looks like during the spring of 2025, pretty much, and also showing you some things that might be hidden in plain sight. Like this, like I said, this wall right here is hidden in plain sight. That's an old wall. That's at least a 1920s. Between 1920s and 1940s, maybe the early 50s. So, and that building right there has probably been here since, probably the 60s, maybe even the 50s. You can see, can see the architect of that building with them arches in the top and hexagons. Phillipsburg Area School District? Well, just had a school bus go by with nobody in it. Alright, well, I'm gonna leave you guys go. And guys, have a good day. Hello. This is the last video I'm gonna do today. I'm down here at the river. I just wanted to show you that I also made it to the other end of the city by skipping a few streets. Not really, I walked them. I can't skip anymore. You can see right down here, if I zoom it in here, if I'm allowed to zoom it in. Wow. That's what I do. Oh, okay. Right there is the other part of the city. Sorry about brightening up your day there. Alright, I just wanted to show you. I'm here at North J Street. I walked that distance from one end of the city to the other. So that's if in an angle. I don't want to go that way. That's another quarter mile. That's down below, down by the Constitution Bridge over here on Water Street. So, and here you had the obelisk, which has the flood obelisk, and then you still have the Veteran Bridge, which is 1986 when it was built. And I was there when it was the J Street Green Bridge. Taking away my age. Oh well. Okay, well, I might do this later about something else that I know of that I was talking about before on this one group I was chatting. But I'll leave you guys go on this. The courthouse right in front of me. Guys, have a good day.